Okay, everyone, we are live. I'm just going to make sure it works on YouTube and then we'll be good to go. Hello to everyone watching. We're just going to make sure our stream is all fully set up and we're going to get started. Okay, yep, we are live and it looks the way it's supposed to, so that's great. All right, welcome in, everyone, to today's stream. Today we're going to be covering the moderate risk. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat. We're going to go through different people as well. So feel free to do whatever you need. I'm going to share screen so we can get this started. If you're in the chat, feel free to say hello. We're going to have a great stream. Okay, great. Screen is sharing. Okay. So right now we have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings we're going to cover. We have a lot in Iowa, including Des Moines, and then going down into Missouri. So we should probably start there. Okay, so we're going to start right here with these cells here, including Springfield, and there is a tornado warning. So we are going to look at that first. Okay. I would like to introduce, while we're going, I would like to introduce you guys to our stream team today. So if any of you guys want to, we can go in order. Remaining, would you like to introduce yourself to anyone?
Yeah, sure. So, I've been around DWC for a few months now. I've helped forecasting before, and I'm happy to provide some coverage today. And just everyone stay safe as everything progresses.
Okay, thank you for that. Remaining, it seems Theo has stepped away for one moment. Meta, do you have any introduction you'd like to say?
Sure. I'm the lead forecaster for DWC, and I'm going to be providing some updates every 30 minutes or so.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so the way the stream will work, everyone, is we're going to have each person talking for a little while. You guys can screen share when it's your turn too. If you guys like what you see, please consider subscribing, as it will help the channel grow. Immediate things I noticed right here is there is definitely possible rotation spinning up in multiple places. How do you draw on this thing? And we're going to be watching those areas as we go along. But our current tornado warning is right here, and it goes for 17 more minutes, and it includes Fairgrove, Galloway, Stratford, Bassville, Turners, and Springfields. So if you're in any of those areas, take cover now. Lowest room, new tornado warning, just get issues. As I said, that. And it now includes Stratford and Bassville. So if you're in the areas right here, you're going to want to be in your safe place right now, as this is could be producing a tornado, and we want everyone to stay safe here. DBZ value is also looking very impressive here on reflectivity, showing that we could have some hail mixed in here near Bassville as well. Up here near Buffalo, I've been watching the edge down here of the storm near 65 here. I'm going to be watching that personally as we go along here to see if any of these cells try to hook. If as we go north here, we can see more severe thunderstorms generally in this area as well. We don't want to forget about up north too. Real quick, we'll go through this. I'll let someone else take in a minute too. In Des Moines, we have thunderstorms right now. I believe they're moving out of the area. Yeah, they just got their warning expired here, but there is lightning with this, just like with any other storm. So we want to make sure that change the device. Okay, I want to make sure that everyone knows that even if you're under a tornado warning, these thunderstorms could also be very intense too. So we want to make sure everyone knows you should be indoors during a thunderstorm. Yeah. I am going to turn it over to whoever wants to go. I'll go in order. So remaining, if you would like to say anything, you can. And then if you want to share screen too, that's fine.
You can keep yours on. I actually wanted to talk some stuff about this Springfield cell just really quickly.
Okay.
This did just get extended. As you said, I do believe I can double check very quickly. I do believe this just got extended a little bit more. Yes, it did. It is now currently extended until this actually yeah, it's just this one little small tornado warning just northeast of Springfield now, just north of Stratford for about 15 more minutes. So this is clear of Springfield. Stratford, you're still in this, and does look rather weakening, I'd say. Well, at least the warning in the polygon. I do just want to bring this up briefly, though. I do believe we had a new mesoscale issued within the last couple minutes, and yeah, I do just want to mention that. You don't have to show this. I can just talk about this really quickly. It's about the tornado watch that we have in Missouri and Arkansas, as well as portions of Illinois. It's just mentioning how the severe risk is going to continue throughout that area, and there will be some tornado potential, especially the more south you go. So areas like southern Missouri and northern Arkansas, those areas where those southern storms, the southern part of that squall line we have, the more south you go, the more likely there is for tornado potential. And this is just saying very strong winds will occur, as well as some possible hail and possibly a chance of an isolated tornado too. So I will hand it off to someone else here.
Okay. Next, we're going to go to Theo, who is another one of our forecasters here.
So obviously, looking at it, we look at the tornado warning. Honestly, I've looked at it. I didn't find it. I didn't find it yet, but yeah, okay. Now I found it. Thank you. So right now, what we look at is actually the tornado watch, as Remain mentioned, will continue. Currently affects about 5 million people right now. So obviously that means people to remain under watch. And then when we look, we're expecting actually the next SPC update for the day one by 9 p.m. Eastern time, and then 2 a.m. Eastern time for the day two. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And obviously, I just also before I end, just want to say that WeatherWise actually just released a new update that gives you access to Storm Chaser's camera. So if anyone radar chasing tonight, you now have access to Storm Chaser POVs. And yeah, that's all I have for now.
Okay. I do want to bring attention real quick down here near Cape Fair here. It seems this storm is starting to hook a little bit here. I'm trying to get a good velocity reading from it, but not really getting that right now. But I'm gonna keep.
That's rather.
Go ahead.
That's a rather interesting hook. We also
Gonna see if I
we
can.
also just got 2 new severe thunderstorms warning or updated. I don't know. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of warnings right now. We're gonna try to cover
Yeah,
everything
there is
here.
a lot. It's
Anyways, let's go back. Okay, so we're now gonna go here to the radar near Omaha. Here, as you can see here, these little individual cells here causing multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. We are going to keep monitoring these. Yeah, again, if anyone has any questions, please drop them in the chat too. We'll try to cover any areas that we can. Also, we answer questions from the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, feel free to join. It's a great server. Let us know in the chat if you would like to join that. Okay, we're also going to have another forecaster, Mass Railfan, joining us soon too. He is getting in as we speak. But anyways, continuing on now, we're going to focus continuing on this tornado warning right here until it expires here, which it will in 10 minutes here with this storm right here. As we look at the velocity here, we can see generally where we're looking here.
Also, sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to let you know that 2 severe thunderstorms warning have been expired.
Okay. So if you're in those warnings that have expired, does not automatically mean you're out of the clear either. Just want to mention that because sometimes people think once you're out of a warning, that means you're good. There can still be thunderstorms, but it has fallen below severe criteria. Still watching this hook right here on reflectivity here near Reed Spring. Not really seeing anything visible on velocity, but it's definitely trying to hook there. So we're going to keep a good watch on that as well here. If you're in Springfield, you should be in the clear, at least from that tornado warning, as it has now moved off into the other direction here. But we're going to continue monitoring this tornado warning as it goes along here. Like I said, we have a moderate risk today, so that means this is not the only thing that's going to be going on. While I speak about the SPC outlook, let us take a look at today's SPC outlook because we have a big moderate risk today that we need to be covering. So I'm going to share a different screen, guys, and we're going to take a look at today's SPC outlook. Okay, great. So today we have a moderate risk, including areas of Memphis, Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, Des Moines, Iowa, Jackson, Mississippi, and Springfield, Illinois, that are in that moderate risk here. And that's going to come with a 15% hatch tornado risk, which is relatively high. So if you're in those same areas, also adding in St. Charles, Missouri, be on the lookout for that. 45% wind risk, which is pretty rare, including St. Louis, Des Moines, Springfield, Peoria, Illinois, and Davenport, Iowa. And a 30% hail risk, which includes an additional area of Columbia, Missouri. And the hatch basically means 10% or greater probability of 2-inch diameter hail or larger within 25 miles of a point, in case anyone's wondering what those lines were. I'm going to throw it back to the radar now. Just wanted to bring that up real quick so that way we all are aware of that. I am going to we're going to take a look here as we're going to be watching closely in this area here for rotation here along this boundary here. This is where we're going to be watching here for possible spin-ups. Has not happened yet, but definitely could with this system. We're going to be watching that very carefully here. We're also going to be carefully monitoring this tornado warning as well. So with that, I will throw it back over to Romain.
Yeah, so just one thing I do want to expand on, especially. I know thus far, we're just getting started today. It's been a few hours. However, we haven't really seen much in terms of tornadoes. Again, we've only had that one little storm just around Springfield happen. So I do just want to point out we're just getting started with that. But one thing I do really want to emphasize is, although we will have a very, very high tornado threat today, I do just want to emphasize the 45 sig wind risk, which, by the way, already I've seen many reports. I'm counting 68 at the bare minimum, just wind reports in just these few hours that we've had these storms, and we're most likely not even at the climax of the system yet, which could say a lot because this is, again, like we've said multiple times, a moderate risk, which could mean some very, very unexpected things is a good way to put it, could happen. So again, just lots of wind reports coming in, and the last one I saw had a very large tree be uprooted. In fact, here's this one I'm just reading now. We're seeing a 40-foot tall pine tree getting blown over in Iowa right now with estimated winds of 65 to 75 miles an hour. There's a 61-mile-an-hour wind gust up in Nebraska. There is a propane – actually, I just heard this one right now. There is a propane station canopy blown down. That's relayed from social media, and this was about maybe an hour or so ago. So again, this is still pretty recent. So lots and lots of wind reports coming in. There's also a few hail reports coming in. I'm seeing some 1 to 2 inch hail reports. So again, tornadoes are not just the only threat today. I think wind and hail are some other threats we have to account for as the storm progresses today.
Okay, thank you for that. That's definitely true. Before I throw it to Theo, I want to really quick mention here, as you happen to mention that today we do have a moderate risk, but as well I wanted to bring up that tomorrow we have a high risk, which is a very rare risk to be issued, especially on day 2. And I'm going to say this in the try to be non-intimidating, but still providing the information we all need here. I know people have all been saying, it's going to possibly look like April 27th, 2011. And we don't like saying this kind of stuff here, but just be on the lookout that tomorrow's storms will be very strong. You can hope nothing is going to happen, but you also have to understand that a high risk is not issued that much, and with a 30% SIG tornado risk, which is very serious, that is something you have to take very seriously. So if you're in Birmingham, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Hoover, Alabama, Hattiesburg, you're going to want to be taking this very seriously tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow for this high risk. So make sure to share the stream with your friends too. Okay. Oh yeah, Mass is in now. I'll do a mic check in a second. Just keep your mic muted for a second, please, Mass. Anyways, I know you guys can't really see us at this point, but it's fine. We just have a lot of people. Meta, I'll look at your link in a second here. We'll get to that. But yeah, I just want to bring that up real quick because that is going to be another issue come tomorrow, and we want to make sure everyone is aware of that as well. So I'm going to throw back up the radar here, and we can throw it over to Theo.
Yeah, actually, I've been taking notes of what to say. Yeah, don't want to forget. So, what I want to start off with is for those who are interested, the Fortland cell, we got Storm Chaser Nyx Mego that is headed right for there. So if you open Hascam on, otherwise you can go and watch those if you are interested. And then when it comes to the comparison to April 27th, 2011, I think that honestly, in my opinion, it's too early to compare to this event. The high risk hasn't even started yet. So honestly, I think it would be better to compare it after the event because then you'll know.
We just want to bring awareness that it's going to be a very serious event, and that is the top analog for it. So.
While there is similarity to it, I do not believe that we can compare it to this event yet. And then what I have right now is that I have a main worry for St. Louis because obviously that's a big city, and if I'm not wrong, that line of cells might be headed over there. I think. Let me just check. I have reasons to believe it is. Okay, yeah, I think it's pretty far out. No, it isn't that far out. I think over there, but I do have there's a couple cells I know that over there. So obviously, I have a main word for that area as it is a major city, so obviously you never want to see some storms headed for that. Also, I'm just seeing this, but the tornado warning seems like it will not be extended. It's about to expire soon. And also want to share about if you are not experienced in storm chasing, don't go chase don't go chase tonight, don't go chase tomorrow. It is a terrible idea to do. If you're new, you can go storm chase, but please just be with someone that has experience in this and not just go by yourself. That's a terrible idea.
Okay, thank you for that, Theo. We'll get back to you soon. Meta, if you have anything to say, you can go ahead. And go ahead.
So I'm watching radar right now, and I'm noticing a.
Matt, I don't know if it's you with the mic issue, but you're having some sort of mic issue.
Yeah, no, me too.
We'll come back to you, Meta. Mass, if you want to do that mic check right now, you can go ahead. You can unmute. Make sure we can hear you.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? All right. Cool.
So
okay.
I'm gonna mute you 1 second, Mass, just so I can explain the introduction we did at the very start. So Mass is one of our reports people. He's gonna go through, I assume, IEM or something. He's gonna go through different reports, and we'll put the radar on in the backgrounds. For anyone who's joining right now, because I know we got a few people coming from the X, I believe. Yeah, if you want to say hello in the chat, feel free. We can answer any questions you have. We're gonna try to work on any requests we get here, and our main goal is just keeping you guys safe here. No, we are not professionals by any means, so don't take anything we say 100% seriously. But we are going to try our hardest to provide accurate information as quickly and as accurately as we can. So with that, I will go to Mass.
I just want to say before he starts, the tornado warning has officially expired.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, let's take a look here. So, we still have a bunch of wind advisories still in effect. A lot of thunderstorms, thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. As Theo said, the tornado warning has expired, but that does not mean that the storm is ending. There is still like a lot happening, and it's only just starting. So I would say just be careful out there. You know, it's kind of not really pleasant out there. It's not going to be for the next 2 days. So just keep in mind of that.
Okay, thank you. We will come back to you in a moment. Meta, if your mic is working now, you can say whatever you want to say.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so this storm near, I think it was Spokane, looks pretty interesting if you want to check that out.
Okay. 1 second. If you're just joining and you have any questions, type them in chat because I know we have a few new viewers. Also, please consider subscribing. I know this is not the most professional thing. Obviously, we're trying our best to give you accurate information as we go along here, but we're still growing. We're still all learning. So subscribing would be really helpful and it would mean a lot to us. So please consider subscribing if you at least benefit from this in any way. So that being said, we're back to me now. I'm tracking this here, very high DBZ values here, probably some sort of hail core. We have seen a lot of hail cores today. Some pretty big ones, actually, like 2 inches-ish hail inside of those hail cores. So please be on alert if you're in those areas that it might not just be rain that's coming down. It could also be hail. I don't know if there's a precipitation type on this, and I don't know if it's going to show me hail on this. I think it's just rain and snow. Or is it hydrometer classification, I believe? But yeah, looks like in there you definitely got some hail there, so that's something to be watching out for. As we go back up here to the north here, Springfield, you should be in the clear, I believe, by now here. I'm personally watching this storm down right here. If it were to end up hooking, that's where we'd be watching it. And like I said, we do have that boundary here that keeps trugging along right here. So we're going to want to be watching for quick spin-ups in areas like right here and along that boundary going like down. I don't know why that's there and up the other way too. Be watching those areas as those are the areas where quick spin-ups will happen. And this is a new severe thunderstorm warning here. And it does go
I'm
with this
going
area
to
right
interrupt you.
Oh, tornado warning, actually.
Yeah, exactly. The Forland cell is officially a tornado warning cell. So if you are there, go seek shelter as soon as possible.
Yeah, and just kind of proving my point here. Like I said, we're not professionals here, but I happen to say that looks like it could cause a tornado legitimately like 10 seconds before that was issued. So crazy stuff, I know. But anyways, in all seriousness, if you're in these areas, please be taking shelter now. There could be a tornado on the ground right now. Obviously, it's radar indicated right now. But if you're in any of these areas, including Diggins, Grove Spring, Fordlands, Duncan, Odin, and Seymour, I believe is how you say it, you need to be in your safe place right now. This is heading towards Diggins, and it's coming towards Highway 60 here. So we're definitely going to want to be watching if we're in those areas because I am quite concerned for myself. May you check out Mount Olive, Illinois.
Ace, I will have
Sure,
once
I
again to
can
interrupt
do
you.
that. Once I figure out which one Illinois is.
I have a potential visual on this. We do have a funnel. It is a funnel, so it is
Okay.
There's trees hiding.
Where do we have that visual? Where can I find this?
Turn on open Hascam and look for Nix Mego. We have a very that thing might be on the ground. It's in the menu.
So we have a camera.
And Hascam, you're gonna See,
Nick.
but
Oh yeah,
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 we
yep.
see,
68 viewers. Yep. See it.
yeah, we seem to
Yep.
have
Okay.
a tornado on the
Guys,
ground.
give us one moment. We are getting one moment, guys. We are getting live footage in right now on
So
Hazcams of yep, absolutely. There is a potential funnel coming
yeah.
down right here. And we are
So
going to show it on the screen right now.
if you are in this tornado warning, go seek shelter immediately. This is not a drill. There is very potentially a tornado on the ground as we speak. Look, yeah, you see it. We clearly, well, yeah, that's clearly a tornado. I think. I think we have. Wait, I think there seems to be a small line. I think it's on the ground. There's a line. I think I just saw a line. I think it's on the ground.
Yeah, looks
Like very
could
small.
be on the
But
ground.
I
So
think,
forget
yeah,
everything I
so
just said. There is visuals that this could be on the grounds.
we're gonna wait
So
the next update. But that
if you're in this area right now,
honestly, to me, this seems like
go
a
ahead.
tornado. So
Okay, I'm
you're
gonna
gonna.
mute you now just so we can keep moving along here. But thank you for this. That being said, like Theo was saying here, definitely looks like this could be on the ground right now. If we continue to look at velocity, I'll pull up the radar in a second, but I just want to keep this camera up here and see if we can catch anything. But the rotation has significantly tightened when you look at the bell. We have sorry for the connection issue for a second there. But yeah, as you can see there on the camera right now, we had a quick connection issue. I apologize for that. It definitely looks like this tornado could be on the ground here. So if you're in this area, you definitely need to be in your safe place right now, lowest level. Make sure if you're not in any of these warnings yet, you have a way to receive warnings as well. Hello, Trash. That being said here, I think I've talked for like 7 minutes and I keep forgetting to, I know Theo had a few things that he was saying, but I forgot to let everyone else talk too. So I'll go back in the order here. So remaining, if you have anything you want to say first, you can go ahead. I'm going to pull the radar back up.
Yeah, so just focusing on that one tornado warning now, these storms are just now beginning to move into more and more unstable environments as the night goes on. So it's not even just that storm that has the potential to drop a storm like a tornado like that. There's also storms all over on this like southern side that have the potential to drop possibly at least a wall cloud, definitely spin up some. I can tell a lot of these want to, and that one near Fordland or Diggins is definitely doing so. That was a wall cloud with a lot of scud around it. That definitely just looking at it again, this is a wall cloud that is starting to lower very, very close to the ground. So I wouldn't be shocked any second if this did drop something. I do believe this will drop something here in a few minutes. Just give it some time. I do think that this won't be our only other tornado that drops today either. All of these other storms across that line, just north and south, especially south of this storm, could drop something. So again, this will most likely not be our only one today. And
I do want
go ahead, you can.
I do want to interrupt real quick, sorry, but if we look at our camera here, we can see there's definitely a lowering in the clouds here. So like Remaining was saying here, especially these cars that are driving, I see one car driving towards that direction. Make sure you know that there is this warning right now and it is coming, and it is dangerous for you to be on the road. One obvious thing we can say is do not park under an overpass, sorry, as that is not a safe thing to do. We will cover why that is the case for anyone who needs to know that's in a moment when things get a little bit less chaotic. But remaining, you can finish now. Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, just again, all of these storms, especially around that one, have the potential to drop something today and just spin up along that line you were talking about earlier. There's definitely a chance that there's a very high chance this is not the only tornado we're going to see today. regardless if it got on the ground or not, this is obviously we had visuals. This is definitely a warning. If you are in a tornado warning, let alone any warning whatsoever, you need to heed the warning. Just take action immediately, especially if you're in one of these severe warnings. Just do what you need to do to stay safe. And if you do end up under a tornado warning, do take shelter immediately. Not in a mobile home, not under an underpass in your car. Get into a sturdy shelter, sturdy building, duck cover hold, do the whole thing. Just stay safe. Do what you need to do.
Okay, I do want to bring up now, thank you for that, remaining, that the velocity is now beginning to look very strong on radar here. And correlation coefficient is a little bit messy right now, but we're going to see if we can get definitive. But there is definitely a definitive hook shape with this. We were waiting. I know I was saying we were waiting to see if we could get a definitive hook shape, and we are definitely starting to get that here. For anyone who wants to see this camera that we were looking at, you can go to this link. It's called hascams.com. That is where we're getting some of our cameras from. No worries, Met, about your phone crashing. One moment here before we continue. Theo will get to you in like 30 seconds. But I would like to thank the stream team for what they've done so far, even the people that are working off stream here. So I'll go through real quick. Obviously, we have me. I'm the one who owns the server, so thanks to me. Remaining for doing our weather coverage. He's one of our forecasters, doing a great job. Same thing with Theo and Mass and Meta. These are all our forecasters on our stream team today. DWC Storm Force. Behind the scenes, we also have Jardo posting on our X page, doing a great job. I can see it on the server right now. The tweets are looking really good. Thank you so much for that. If you want to follow us on X, you can go to x.com/DiscordWXCenter, and that's how you will view that there. And obviously, you can also subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can join the Discord. Let me know in the chat if you would like to join. With that, we will go to Theo.
I'm not trying to interrupt, but there's a tornado on the ground, or about to be on the ground, via the latest velocity scan.
Yes,
I was actually about to talk
one.
about that one. This one seems to be on the ground. It also seems to be rain wrapped, and it's also moving very quick. So, what if you're in that tornado warning? You're gonna want to go in a shelter immediately because that one is coming fast, and obviously starting to get laggy with all the people walking. But that seems to be very on the ground and seems to be getting even bigger. So obviously there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of concerns over that, and it's also worrying considering that, as seen in the background, the sun's starting to go down. So if it extends it to the night, then it will become even more dangerous considering the current speed it has. So you're gonna have to worry about that. Now I also want to talk about the day one SPC outlook because I believe that if this keeps up like that on that pace, I believe that we might get the upgrade for tonight to go over to the high risk. I think as of right now, it's not out of the question. I think it's even possible. Also gotta talk about the wind risk because right now, so far, I'm looking at those thunderstorm warnings. Those warnings are most of them are 70 miles per hour winds gust. So that's practically tropical storm winds we're talking about. So now, obviously, people in Florida, those places are used to that, but like in Missouri, that's some very quick winds. That's obviously dangerous because so obviously you're gonna want to go inside with those winds because obviously something can just come right in your face all of a sudden. Also, I don't know if it's this camera getting away, but it seems like it might have lift off the ground, or maybe it's the camera.
Yeah,
that's just not.
But
it also seems like
let's pull up that camera. I'm gonna pull up that camera real quick.
But it also seems like we have a new funnel. So
yeah,
and
we're watching it right here on the camera right now. That thing could absolutely be dropping right now.
I do just want to interrupt you. They did just update that into a confirmed tornado warning.
Yeah, we have an observed tornado.
I believe it's that storm too.
Moving at 65 miles per hour. You're gonna want to go in a shelter.
The location of this. So they're looking off to the west here, I believe, or northwest, according to their location tracker.
Okay,
They're
this
just
thing is moving. This
southeast
thing
of the
is
warning.
moving at. This is moving at 65 miles per hour. Just to give you
And that
context,
legitimately, I don't know if that is what they're referring to, but
that's
that right there on the screen right there could also be dropping right there. I can't
yeah, that also
tell.
could be a tornado. And just that 60, and to compare it, the tornado, this is the speed of a car on a highway. That is actually over the speed. So that's very dangerous. You're gonna want to go take shelter now. Also, we gotta want to talk because honestly, we're seeing those cells unfold, and obviously that means we're gonna see a lot of
Okay, I
nighttime
believe
tornadoes.
they are going.
Yeah, that's all on the
One
ground.
quick update, real quick. I just want to interrupt real quick. I believe Nick guy. Okay, so this Nick person is moving now, so I will
Yeah, that's good. That's a
change
good
the
too.
camera there.
Yeah, I also want to go back to the radar because
And
it's becoming
go
more and more. I also want to go back to the
back to
radar
later.
because,
Yeah,
as you see, this cell is clearly becoming more and more obvious that it is a tornado on the ground. Like you're seeing it.
yeah, and we, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for that, Theo. So like we said, we were talking at the start of the stream about how we're looking for these hook echoes here. And a hook echo is basically when you can see this thing is clearly hooking around, and that shows that's the area where rotation is. So uh, for anyone who does not know that, that's one way to spot where a tornado might be on the radar. When we go to velocity, you can clearly see that.
it's a clear
CC is
tornado.
still a little bit scattered,
And
but velocity clearly shows it here. Mass, I'm
um,
going to get back to you in a moment here,
I'm just
but
gonna
I want to give Meta a
finish
chance
off.
to say something too.
I'm gonna try to finish off. I have a lot taken a note concerning how much and I also want to tell you guys to stay weather aware. You're seeing how this is unfolding. If you weren't weather aware, you wouldn't even know. So you gotta stay tuned to local outlets. Stay tuned to any way you can get updates in your local area. Take any ways you can.
So regarding this tornado situation, this is a pretty classic, significant tornado. Look to the supercell here. I would definitely not be surprised if this continued to produce a strong tornado or even cycle and produce another strong tornado further down the line. So areas that could be affected by the supercell seriously need to be on alert in the future because this could be a significant one.
Okay, thank you for that. Um, I am just checking with that camera guy, that Nick Samigo guy, and he is on the road right now, and we're going to try to see if we have someone who is in that tornado warning right now, which I don't believe is the case. But he is heading towards that right now, so we will stand by for that. Like I was saying, for anyone who is new here, this is called Hascams. That was the camera that we were looking at a moment ago, and that's where we're going to continue to look at. Remaining, I'm just going to mute your mic real quick because it's just giving off a tiny bit of things. Okay, Mass has quad weather up. We'll get to you in 1 second, Mass. I don't mean to skip you. I just want you. We're going to come back to you on the next scan around because I just want to make sure we get a few important points said first. So again, we have this storm here near Duncan, and it is near 38 in New Grove. I don't know what an F symbolizes on the map, honestly. That's my fault if I don't know that. Another thing I wanted to remind you guys is anywhere along this boundary we could see quick spin ups too. So make sure we're being weather aware there. Right here, even. I know we also kind of like forgot about the north for a little bit. We will get back to that once this tornado situation dies down because right now we're seeing a very serious tornado situation going on right here. Very, as Meta had said, I believe, a very classic tornado situation here and the threat is continuing. Um, I believe I'm looking at the Nick Smago guy. He is going to catch up on the northern part of that warning, so we will come back to him when that is the case. So we're going to go one more round. So Mass, I'll get you after Remaining and Theo, but Remaining, you can go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
honestly, in those 5 minutes, I don't think we've seen a lot change. We're seeing it seems, I think it seems to be getting weaker. I don't know yet. Uh, uh, so I think it seems to be dying down a bit, which obviously is good because you don't want, you know, for it to get right now. It seems to be like in the forest, so right now it's not a big war, but you want it to die down before it goes and hit a town with a by surprise. Um, and obviously we're gonna go for the north. I haven't seen. We're continuing. Well, for severe thunderstorms warning, it seems to be coming down a bit. We're seeing less and less now, but we do still get some new ones. Actually, one that reports us tennis ball size hell. So obviously, you want to be careful with hell because it can get very big. Like it can be small and then all of a sudden it's giant. So obviously, keep out for hell because that's also a massive danger.
Okay, thank you for that, Theo. Remaining, we can go back to you now.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, do just keep an eye on that tornado. There was just a new Mesoska discussion. They are considering extending that tornado watch down south, or possibly it says here eastern Arkansas, the northwest Mississippi, western Tennessee, and the Missouri Boot Heel. So around that area, they are considering extending that tornado watch, which they probably will, 80% there, saying that thunderstorm development is going to be possible within the next 1 to 2 hours across eastern Arkansas, as the storms are expected to intensify as they go east into adjacent positions in portions of Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee. Watch issuance is very likely as the severe threat becomes apparent, though timing is still a little uncertain for those areas. So, again, if you are in those areas, we're talking the Missouri Boot Heel, northeastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, northern Mississippi, possibly in the more of Kentucky, and then maybe Illinois. We're just gonna have to find out and see. So, again, this storm is moving more north and east, but again, at the moment, still an observed tornado on the ground. I see a couple storm chasers trying to reorient themselves, and
Yeah.
some very interesting things coming in. Some very good readings on velocity as well. That rotation is very, very tight and strong. So this storm hasn't really died out that much. And again, if this is on the ground or a wall cloud or a funnel, really any of it, I am almost 100% certain this is rain wraps. So this makes it at least 2 times more deadlier, which is probably not good. Very hard to see, especially at night, let alone rain wrap tornadoes. So again, if you are in or around this area, please take caution of this storm, as it might be going to you. Or again, just don't really approach this area. It's a rain wrap tornado. Definitely something you want to avoid going forward.
I'll also want to say the tornado warning has been updated. It is now moving at 55 miles per hour, so it's slowing down a bit. But however, the hail is getting bigger. We're seeing that it is now baseball size hail, which I don't know if you've ever seen a baseball, but that is really big. And they're saying, but the tornado still reportedly remains on the ground.
One thing I do want to mention real quick, and then we will go to 1 second, please. That I was personally watching this small possible developing storm here on the south end of this cell right here. Real quick, you can kind of see it's kind of taking a very small shape here on velocity. You can see it does have a semi-broad couplet here in between Pine Ridge, Low Gap, Saunders. Going to watch that for possible development as it heads north. And another thing I want to mention is if it does end up heading north here with this storm track, it has the storm track ending up right here. I don't know how long that is. I believe that's like 60 minutes. I could be wrong, though. That could be very wrong, honestly. But if that's right, that's like the same area where we have our tornado up here right now. I know I couldn't fully get the circle in. But if that ends up happening and it does end up into a developing storm, if you're in these areas, like in this general circle, I don't know why I have to click this every time, in this big circle here, you need to be watching for second rounds, because just because one storm is done doesn't mean there won't be more storms. What state is that storm in? That state the storm is in is Missouri. So now I will go to Mass Rail Fan. I know I was cutting off for a little bit, so I apologize for that. We just had to get a few things done, so you can unmute and say whatever you need to say.
Okay, so let's take a look at the radar. We can see that in the tornado warning there is a hook. But as we were all saying, that the storm is gradually starting to die down. But that doesn't mean that the storm is going to end. There's still like maybe a lot more stuff that can maybe occur within this event here. So let me just look at the warnings here. We can see that there's a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings surrounding this area. There's a lot of content though, so like we can't really make out if there's a CC drop or not. Velocity. No idea about. I believe there's a little bit of rotation. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's this like pink thing right here.
Yeah, that thing. Yep, that's what I was looking at. And that area of rotation is right where the hook is. So just keep in mind of that. There could be another tornado possibly forming, or maybe it could be just rotating, but it's not on the ground. But it is near the hook.
1 second. I'm going to interrupt that real quick. I know some readers are starting to pick it up, but it is seen more clear. The color palette isn't really that good here. But this is what supposedly will be our CC drop for this storm here. I did get sent it from Bo Nix, or Unknown, from our Discord. But it looks a lot more defined on his color palettes. So I will show it on that color palette real quick. Share screen. But if you look at this screen right here, you can much clearly more see here in that area, the very center of the screen is where our supposed CC drop is located. Not fully confirmed, but that would be where it is. And if you match it up with the velocity, that would match perfectly. So logically, that's where you're in and match the hook. Logically, there is a new severe thunderstorm warning, I believe. Or is it a tornado warning? I can't tell. I'm pretty sure it's severe thunderstorm warning. But in this, there could also be a lot of hail, too. That's why you see like these whites and like pinkish things on the radar. That is what that is for. I know, Meta, we haven't heard from you in a while. Do you have anything you want to say?
So yeah, I'm looking at a proximity sounding on our supercell that's currently producing a tornado. I'm not sure where it is now, but it's looking like the environment's only going to get more favorable. Our hodograph is currently enlarging as we speak, and the low-level jet is kicking in into the nighttime hours, and our instability is surging northward with the low-level jet here, and the capping is beginning to erode, allowing for further development on these storm tops of this supercell. And then further to the south, we actually have dryline initiation. It's visible on 4 Cavazos radar, or KGRK. It's in South Texas, but visible supercell development down south.
Okay, I'll take a look real quick. I have no idea which radar is which, but I will take a look at that. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, south. Okay. We got one little cell down here. I'll look more into that afterwards, but I just want to make sure we're all caught up here with that.
We got an update on the tornado warning. Now, for some reason, the cell isn't even in the warning anymore.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know. I'm looking at it right now. The hook is legitimately not even in the warning books. If you're in the area where that hook is, we suggest you stay in your safe place. I don't know why it's not included in the warning.
well, safe to say it's pretty much unwarned now, even though it shouldn't.
But it is still moving into this area. So now, if you're in these areas, including, it's mostly rural areas. But if you're in none of those non-rural areas in North Central Wright County, which is the county that our storm chaser is in, and we are going to go back to cameras actually now here as they have moved back into the county zone, and you can see it is pitch black here. They are going to be heading up north and then trying to intercept with this, like not like actually intercept a tornado, but like intercept the storm itself. I don't believe they are trying to directly intercept this. One exciting thing that we have going on here is I know we do have one that is set up for the summer, like into like the northern like Michigan area, but we are also looking for storm chasers with footage. So if you are a storm chaser and you would like your footage shown for free, we will feature your footage on screen during streams. We have actually not this person, but we have been able to get in contact with a few smaller storm chasers on my X, and I know we're gonna reach out to people on the DWC X too to try to find some possible storm like beginning upcoming storm chasing people that we can work with here for the server. So if you are interested or you know someone that might be interested, please let us know or let me know. But we have not gotten direct contact with this person, but we have known from their social media that they are going to try to head north into that tornado warning. And that is, they just had to go on a few different roads to get there, but that's where we're at right now. And you can see it is black there. So that shows you there that if there is a tornado in there, which it is a radar confirmed tornado, that it will be hard to see that tornado, if not impossible. And that is what we want to express here is that sometimes you're not going to be able to see the tornado. Don't wait until you can see the tornado. If you're in the tornado warning, take shelter immediately, lowest level of your home, away from windows. Maybe like hold a pillow over your head, do something to protect your body, a helmet, anything that can protect you will be of good use here. We'll keep this camera up for a moment here because the radar is just continuing to show a very strong velocity signature, unless big changes occur. Getting reports of debris up to 10,000 feet. So that is very high up in the air, meaning debris could be being lofted up by this tornado. That is likely still on the grounds. But I believe they are turning around to get a better view of this, and we'll go back to this camera in a moment. Just want to bring that back up. So, yeah, so let us go to our forecast team now. We will start with remaining again.
Okay, so I wanted just to mention briefly a few things. I think the first and most important one I wanted to mention is this tornado warning at the moment is still confirmed on the ground. This is still rain wraps. This is a radar confirmed tornado. They actually did update it not too long ago. The hail diameter on this is 2.75 inches, so it's 2 3/4. That's baseball size hail. So a radar confirmed tornado as well as hail nearly up to 3 inches. Again, that's baseball size hail coming down, possibly coming down in that storm. Another thing I just wanted to mention is one of our first severe thunderstorm watch today has been completely canceled. That's the good news. So I believe that was the Eastern Kansas, Western Missouri one. So I do believe that one is out of the window at this time. However, there was a new one issued for Eastern Iowa, extreme northeastern Missouri, as well as northwest and north and northeast. So really, just the entire northern part of Illinois. So again, that's Eastern Iowa, Northern Illinois. That includes Chicago. So Chicago is currently under a severe thunderstorm watch, and this is going to continue to move east. Our big threats if you will, with this watch are going to be the wind. That especially is going to be the driving threat here. 70% probability of 10 or more severe events, and 70-60 for those who know. So 60 for more of wind events for 65, and 70% chance of 10 more severe wind events. Our hail is going to be 40-30, and our tornadoes are thankfully very low, near 2010. So just wanted to put that out there. Very small tornado threat here with this one. There might be an isolated tornado or two with this.
Just wanted to mention real quick. Why did I draw a squiggly line? This storm right here, the hook is still pretty defined, but it is starting to become a little bit less defined, in my opinion. Velocity signature is still pretty strong, but it is starting to broaden out a little bit here. But what I do want to mention is the bad news here is that this storm down here near Sparta is starting to look like it's getting its own hook of its own. And velocity signature, not very impressive at this moment. We're going to be watching areas here and here, I believe. It's one of those two areas for that. But I just wanted to mention that. I'm looking at the storm chasing feed right now to see if we got any good visual right now. They're still relocating right now, so we don't have the best visual, but we will come back to that here in a little bit. If you have anything else you want to say, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. Theo, you can go ahead too. Or Matt, if you want to say something. One of you can.
So actually, once again, got a lot of stuff that accumulated over time. So what I want to start off with is when we're talking about baseball size cell, that's what we're talking about. That is baseball size cell. That isn't like a full size baseball ball, but that is something close to that. So obviously, you don't want a block of ice this big hitting your head. So obviously, you're gonna want to, take shelter and avoid hell. Next thing I've noticed is the hook down a bit, and it seems like it's trying to merge with the storm below. That's what I've been noticing. So I think it seems to be calming down, but it also seems at the same time as it might be trying to make a merge with the storm. Then obviously we continue to look, but like I've been mentioning a lot of, there's way more cells that has still tons of potential. So obviously it's not even close to over. We're gonna get way more than that tonight. And then we remember when it seemed earlier that we were gonna get like twins. I think officially there's no more threat for any minutes for that. And I'm gonna finish. We have about an hour to go until the next day one SPC update, where then we're gonna see if we remain in moderate or if we go to a high risk.
Okay, so I have I have a photo of the tornado earlier. I'm gonna put that in the chat for a second. Okay, I just sent that to you, Ace, through the stream thing.
I will put that up. You can just keep talking. I'll put it up as you're talking.
I really have nothing else to say, honestly.
Okay,
Theo
you're good.
seems to be pretty good at that, so I struggle to find things to say.
You're good. All right, so I will show that picture real quick. Thank you for that. That's Meta. He's our lead forecaster. Very good forecaster at DWC here. Don't ask why I'm signed out right now. I'm just using this on the spot so I can use the same browser because I use it on another browser. Oh, yeah, that's definitely. I'm going to open that image in a new tab. And I'll keep that in mind when we go back to that in a moment. But yeah, that is definitely a tornado right there.
I just look at that image. It seems rather big.
I'm taking a quick look here at our back look here with our storm chaser here. Hello to everyone who joins too. If you're in the risk area tonight, please stay safe. Let us know if you have anything you'd like us to cover. Mass, we'll get to you in one moment. Just want to take a quick look here with our storm chaser here. I honestly have no idea what they're doing now, but they're still. I believe I looked at a map. They're going to be going out of the warning to Mountain Grove, and then they should be heading north from there. But that's just kind of the positioning of the highways in this area, and that's how they're going to do it. Okay, so what needs to happen is we've been streaming for 1 hour now, so thank you to everyone who's been watching throughout the hour. It's been a great stream so far. We're going to be going for another 1 hour, at least until the next SBC Outlook comes out. And
We
then,
have been recording the warning.
okay, let's take a look.
It seems to be for
Oh,
the
yeah.
same cell, but this time it is now radar indicated and tennis ball size cell. So that means the other one is going to expire, but however, we do remain.
Yes.
With
Okay, I'm going to. Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I need to take a quick bathroom break. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to start off with the remaining here, and you guys can just go through the order. It should only be like 3 minutes. Yeah, I went back to the radar. But yeah, if remaining finishes, then Theo, you can go. If Theo finishes, then Mass can go. Mass, if you finish, then Meta can go. And I'll be back in like 3 minutes.
All right. So yeah, I'll start off. And first thing I just want to talk about, yeah, thank you for everyone that's been here this far. It's been a good hour with you guys. Hope to make the other one good as well. But do just want to bring up that yes, that tornado warning did get extended. It is now radar indicated. The hail has been decreased from 2 3/4 to now 2.5 inches. So that's about tennis ball size hail now. And that is for areas like Laclede County, Pulaski County, Texas County, another county. That's not what it's called. There's just 4 counties. And again, a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings out there. There is this one that did just get issued by the St. Louis office that is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, and it also has a tornado possible tag. And there have been 70-mile-an-hour winds observed on that cell, so that is something you guys are going to want to look out for as the night progresses. The wind threat has definitely been there, and currently tonight, I'll take a look at the reports for you guys. We have hit 101 wind reports tonight, 44 hail reports, 0 tornado reports, so definitely the wind threat very present in this. I'll hand it off to Theo now.
We may not have seen yet tornado reports, but well, we clearly saw tornadoes, so I think it's just that it seemed to be in the field, so that obviously not a lot of people saw that. Maybe the storm chasers are gonna follow report soon, so we're gonna wait for that. Now that cell does seem to be calming down, so that's a good news. The hook seems to have disappeared, me suggesting that it is coming down. So I think it's good looking for now, and yeah, and obviously.
Okay, one quick update,
So I wanna
guys.
say,
I have one
been a
other
great
quick
hour.
thing I need to do, so I'm going to be back in like 2 minutes, so you can just keep going through it. Thank you, guys.
So wanted to say, well, I honestly even noticed it's been an hour. Time went by very quick, and obviously it's my first time streaming, but for the WC. But honestly, it's a great experience. So, we're getting okay. Gonna hand it out to. Oh, wait. I'm gonna go and. Yep. So we just got comments in Spanish. Let me just go and translate that real quick. Seems to be something about the tornado in Puerto Rico. So I'm gonna just let me translate that real quick, and I'll be right back.
We're actually at 5 viewers now, which might be a record this far into the stream. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. That's pretty cool. The goal here is to save lives. So it's pretty cool that we have this many people watching, even if it's such a small number to many.
Okay, so I'm gonna translate the first comment out of 2 in Spanish. Rich Bull songs can be measured. The scale of the tornadoes would begin in Puerto Rico from G5. When they're G5, it would be a fairly large tornado. What are the United States doing in the area? So they use the enhanced Fujitas Fujita scale. So yeah. Sorry, I'm translating in your comment as we speak. So. And the areas of Richtel, you can measure the tornadoes quite large. Puerto Rico, and there may be, okay.
Okay, I am back, guys. Thank you for holding off for the time I was away. I am back, guys.
Yeah,
Hello,
I'm
Jay.
translating comments in Spanish.
Yeah, that's fine.
Puerto Rico, large tornadoes of
Whoa,
5
wow.
can be measured.
Okay.
They can make quite large tornado in Puerto Rico. Large tornadoes what they make in the United States.
Is this storm right here? It is out of our warning here, but we finally figured out what they're going to be doing.
Warning. We have a new separate tornado warning.
Okay, yep, I can see it right now.
It is on
a completely different area.
Oh God! It's really close to St. Louis.
Oh yeah. That was the
really
one that I
close
said
to
was
St.
going
Louis.
to, I believe.
That is really close
sure.
to St. Louis.
Yeah, I am. I don't know
You're
what
gonna
these storm
want
chasers are doing. I think
maybe
they're taking like a
preventive
bathroom break
shelter.
or something. But anyways, going back to the radar here, yeah, absolutely. Velocity signature is very good here. It's also near Columbia. It's heading towards Bowling Green, Montgomery City here.
Oh yeah, we have a tornado. That is a tornado.
That is definitely, that is most likely on the ground there. They might update that pretty soon, honestly. Here, I'm going to try to see if we can get a more relevant has cam here, if anyone's moved, but it seems like I'm going to find the storm chasing cams and see if there's any other one, livestormchasing.com. And see if we have anyone.
If the wind changed direction and it switched off St. Louis, we might have a tornado hit for St. Louis, though. St. Louis, be ready, because you never know what can happen.
It doesn't look like that storm is that close to St. Louis. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm more concerned about the southern cell coming a bit close to the metro.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Okay, livestormchasing.com. We have another chaser here that we're going to take a look at here. Bryce Shelton. And he is...
Will DWC be the first to report a tornado for a second time tonight?
I don't know, but we got the first one. I called it 10 seconds before it happened somehow. But yeah, we have Bryce Shelton.
I think we were also part of the.
And now I don't know what's going on with Nick.
We're also part of the very first few people to have visual on it.
Yeah, we have one chaser that is approaching, Carl Hobby, but his chasing feed is just not working. So we're gonna have to wait it out here until this Nick Smego guy just came out of the gas station or whatever the heck this place was. But yeah, okay. Mass, it says your device is not connected. I'm gonna kick you. Can you rejoin, please? Anyways, and when he joins, I'm gonna let him talk because he hasn't talked in a while. But anyways, yeah, this is likely a tornado on the ground itself here, and this is heading towards Montgomery City, and it is going towards Bowling Green here. We have these Skywarn spotter network people here. I'm actually on the spotter network, so I wonder if my thing would come up, but I don't want to leak my address, so I'm not going to do this. But I would come up on this map. Not right here, though. Anyways, it also heading towards, in the very long run, 72. I do want to stop dissing the places up in Ohio too with these, or why did I say Ohio? Iowa with these severe thunderstorm warnings too. Still very big concerns here. Observed 60-mile-per-hour winds, which is going accurately with our wind risk. Okay, Mass is back, so I'm going to give him the chance to talk now. You can go ahead.
All right, let's see here. So as we can see, we have 2 tornado warnings currently in effect. That severe thunderstorm warning that got updated. Where is that in like Iowa? The winds are mostly up to at least 70 miles per hour. So the winds are pretty much blasting through. So I would say to be careful out there, especially with the intense winds.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a big risk today, even bigger risk tomorrow. So definitely that is true. I'm going to come back to you in 1 second. Can you just give me some IEM reports, and then I'll come back to you in a moment here. He can give us some reports.
All right.
Yeah, come back to you in like 3 minutes. Because that's something Mass is really good at. All right, I'm gonna mute your mic, Mass. Okay, so back to me. So, anyways, here, back to that tornado warning. Now that we're done with that, here, if we look at our side here, we have 2 tornado warnings here. This is the new tornado warning we were just talking about here near Fulton. Does have a bit of a bow echo here, I believe so. You would say it's there on that boundary right there, and that is where we have our couplet. In fact, our couplet's actually a little bit north of that, but this is also possibly on the ground here. We have the Nick Somego guy who actually is on target for this. They were like at this gas station, but they are back on the road now, and they are heading towards these storms. So we will let you know. That's the only really good chase feed we have right now. I know Theo's been talking about this a lot, but we have the SPC outlook coming up at 9 o'clock, which will be before we get off here, and we'll definitely be covering that before we get off here. We will also be live tomorrow for the high risk, which, like we said, we don't want to compare to anything beforehand, but it is safe to say it is going to be, if it plays out the way the models are saying it's going to play out, very bad. We'll just say that to say the least. But yeah, another quick thanks to our stream team so far. We have remaining Theo, Meta, Mass behind the scenes. We have Jardo running the Twitter, and Theo might be, I'm not sure. How long will we stream for the high risk? We will try. I'm going to try to push the stream a tiny bit sooner, maybe like 6:45 to 9:10-ish, and then we'll go to our separate providers here. In the server, we'll likely be doing events afterwards too, as well. So if you're in the server, we will be doing that stuff as well here. I would like to bring attention also near Fulton here, which I believe is out of a tornado. Never mind, it's in the tornado warning. I didn't even list the areas. This tornado will be near New Bloomfield around 7:15, so that's already happened. In Fulton around 7:20, which has also already happened. So I apologize for not getting to that sooner. But those 2 areas need to be in their safe place right now. Going back to our other tornado warning, it was chopped off a little bit here, and the velocity is very chaotic around here. But, in fact, we need to look for a CC on that other tornado. We're going to be looking as we go along here, right about here, for where a CC drop would be if we were to see one. But we're going to wait it out until we do. That being said, we can go to remaining.
Yeah, all right. So, one thing I do just want to talk about, like, as these storms move east, we are going to see a few of these severe thunderstorm warnings have some tornado possible tags on them. I know there's at least 2 of them, especially in the Little Rock area. So some of those storms down south are starting to try a little bit to spin up. That tornado watch we have down south in Louisiana and Mississippi hasn't really done anything significant yet. However, I do know, and I can tell you guys now, that some of those storms down south are trying to drop something. I'm going to go take a look at their radar very briefly. I haven't really heard much or seen much down there. I do know that there are a few storms in that area, but none of them have really had any significance yet. Yeah, just a few little blips, some few small cells starting to pop up there, so we may see something make of those soon. But again, nothing really major down there right now. But I do believe they did just change up that northern tornado warning just a little bit. Not entirely sure what's
Okay.
up with that, but that one is seeming to go. Thankfully, it should miss Springfield by quite a bit. The one I'm worried about actually going to St. Louis, the one that I'm worried about going towards St. Louis is that southern one. That one, if it manages to last, that one could be on a path towards St. Louis in the long term. It still has ways to go, but it might get there soon. And as for Iowa, Des Moines is fine. The worst is over. Most of these storms are moving towards Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, Mason City, and up towards Minnesota and eventually into Wisconsin. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you for that. Rotation for this is still pretty defined here, but we'll go to Theo.
Oh, sorry, I was not listening. I was setting up the lights.
No worries.
Yeah, it was too much light. But still looking at this tornado warning near St. Louis, it does seem to have calmed down. So obviously, no more risks that are too major. So obviously, that's a good sight. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. It's better when we have less eventful stuff going on than when we have more eventful stuff going on. We have a beautiful lightning display right now on Nick. I really don't know how to say this guy's last name. Nick Smago, who is back in the warning here with a very interesting lightning display here. You can see how frequent this lightning is here. We've just watched it for about 5 seconds, and we've already seen like 4 flashes of lightning here. Right before I shared this, I did actually see a very close lightning bolt on the right side of the screen, and that's why I shared it. But he is ahead of that storm, I believe. That might be trying to hook on the back end there. I am honestly not sure. I wasn't fully watching that, but up ahead, and is in a good position now. So we will be watching here. Yeah, they are zooming in there, over there. In fact, I'm actually keep this up for a second here, because that is where we are going to be looking here. I know it is partially blocked by the trees here, but that's definitely an area we're going to want to be looking for any possible tornadic development here. And as you can see, yeah, there is definitely possible tornadic development here. They had to do a turnaround here, but they are in very primed position here. So we're going to keep this camera up here for a little bit here. Meta, you're next if you have anything you want to say.
So yeah, I'm watching the storm to the east of Seymour and west of Mansfield. If you want to hop over to Springfield radar whenever you want, it's developing a pretty healthy looking hook echo, and it could try to produce further down the line.
I think I have reasons to believe that it may be the tornado we had earlier that's trying to recycle itself and become a new tornado.
Yeah, I can see that. I had the camera up there, but yeah, I see near like the Sparta Ozark area. Yeah. On the camera right now, it is very black here, and you can see basically straight up ahead, which obviously they cannot drive straight here. I think they're actually going to stop their camera right here, but nope, never mind. They are not going to do it. This is where we're watching here for these storms here, and we hope that these storm chasers are driving safely here with this weather. I think they're going to actually turn around, I believe, or they are stopping in this field. Oh yeah, there's a beautiful lightning bolt right there. Let me just make that very clear here, because I know we have a very big audience here. We have older people, we have younger people. Lightning can be very beautiful to watch, but you don't want to be killed by it. And although your chances of getting struck by lightning and dying are not high, we just want to make sure we're just saying that it looks cool. Do not be outside during a thunderstorm, please. But yeah, this is a perfect camera view right here. We're going to keep this up right here. If something develops here, and I know you were talking about this general area, not this exact area, but I have it on radar. We will see the sorry for the lag. We will see the
I
development
just
right
want to
here.
interrupt you
I'm
really
going
quick.
to
I'm
put up
sorry.
the, real quick. I'm just going to put up
which
the.
So we do act. I'm sorry for interrupting you. We do actually have another radar confirmed tornado. This is that one that's near Plato and Saint Robert.
Okay.
That one did just go observed. I do
Okay.
believe that's the northern. No, that's excuse me. That's the southern one. The southern tornado warning has gone confirmed.
Okay. Okay. So this is radar confirmed. Yeah, this one. Okay, I found it. I found it. This one. Okay. Okay. Where's the radar for this? Is that the Springfield radar? Would be better for this, probably. Okay. So radar. That is also radar confirmed. Okay. Understood. Thank you for that. So yeah, we are seeing activity picking up here. Obviously, now we're talking about multiple tornado warnings at once for the first time this stream, I believe, or it really is ramping up now here. And I would like to quickly bring my attention back to where I was beforehand, down here. This is where our camera person is located. They are located relatively, like, right here. They're on, like, this highway right here. So if this thing is coming up here, they will be able to spot this on our camera, and that's why we are keeping this camera up here. Who have we heard from? Maths, I will let you, do you have any IEM reports for us? I am going to put up the camera while you do that.
Alright, let's see the IEM reports today. So climate reports, just give me a moment. Alright, so looks like at around 8:30, just recently, we just got a new tornado warning. The tornado has been observed. So I'm gonna take a look on the radar and
Yes, that's
see
the
what is
one that,
happening.
yeah, that's the one that Remaining was talking about. Yep.
Yep, and it looks like there is rotation. I'm gonna check the CC. There's really nothing there. Like, there's more contam, but from what I know is that the tornado is observed. I will. Let me just take a look at some other things as well. Winds are. This tornado is moving northeast at around 60 miles per hour.
So yeah, these are fast-moving storms, guys. So like, it'll be in and out, but that's why you have to be careful when these storms are coming. They're coming fast.
Definitely.
And hello to everyone who
wind
just joined. Go ahead. Sorry.
Wind advisory is still being continued. The Storm Prediction Center has just now issued Tornado Watch number 36.
That's a
And this is
PDS tornado watch.
Yeah, that's a PDS. That is a PDS tornado watch.
Yeah, so that is very serious thing right there. We'll
Wait, I'm
go over
sorry
that in
for-
1 second.
Things are ramping up. This
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
this is where it starts.
Yep, this is where it's starting.
Did I just hear PDS Tornado Watch?
You
Yeah,
did.
there's
yeah.
a PDS
Okay.
Tornado Watch just issued from the Storm Prediction Center.
Tornado watch.
Yep, PDS Tornado Watch.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
where?
will. I'm going to get some information about that right now.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Not yet.
I will get some more information about that right now. Let's just try to keep one person talking. So I obviously know y'all got a lot to say, and I need to get some information about that watch real quick so I can show it. So Mass will come right back to you, but we'll go back through the cycle. So Remaining, you can go ahead.
Okay, yeah,
It's
so-
9080.
So
By
this
the way.
PDS tornado watch, I believe this covers 7 states. I'll recount, but I do believe that is 7 states. In this, yes, it is 7 states in this particularly dangerous situation. Tornado watch. This is a very big deal. This is our main event right here. It's going to be in this area. This includes the following states: Southern Illinois, extreme Southwest Indiana, Western Kentucky, Western Tennessee, Northern Mississippi, Eastern Arkansas, the Boots of Missouri. All of those states are in this area. Several strong tornadoes are likely. This is until 4 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning. Again, several strong tornadoes likely. Scattered hail up to tennis ball size likely. Wind gusts up to 80 miles an hour likely. There are 4 million people in this PDS tornado watch. This is a very big deal. I'm gonna go over the statistics when they come up, and then I'm going to hand it off to someone else. But again, some very, very big developments here. Not something that I thought would happen, actually, just considering how tonight was going. But again, things have just changed for the worse. Again, if you're in any of the areas that I just listed off, do be aware you are in a PDS tornado watch. That's like a tornado watch plus one. So this is like a considerable tornado watch. So do just be aware. Here are the probabilities: 90% for 2 or more tornadoes, 80% for 1 or more strong EF2 to EF5 tornadoes, 80% for probability of 10 or more severe weather events, and an 80% for probability of 1 or more wind events. And then for hail, a 60% for 10 or more severe hail events, and then a 60% for more than 1 hailstone over 2 inches. And combining that hail wind, there is a near 100% chance that happens. So I'm going to hand it off to Theo now, so he can cover some things. However, do just be aware that this is going on now.
Just so we obviously have a brand new, PDS Tornado Watch. So obviously, we're gonna be looking out for that. Gotta change the light to purple to represent threat. So obviously, that is not the type. So obviously, that means there is a big danger. You're gonna want to be prepared because that means that there is a bigger storm risk than there is anywhere else. So you want to be ready for tornadoes, for tornadoes. This might also lead to an upgrade in the SPC. We're going to obviously we gotta stay tuned for that.
And yes, the SPC outlook will be updating right approximately 9 o'clock. And that will be before we end our stream. So we'll be ending around like 9:10 ish. But we will cover that for sure before then. Okay, Meta, you can go ahead.
Remaining kind of went over a lot of the stuff, but specifically we're looking at a 90-80 tornado probability. So basically a 90% chance that we see 2 or more tornadoes and 80% chance that we see 1 or more strong tornadoes, meaning there's a likelihood that we see EF2 plus tornadoes within this watch tonight, potentially even after the stream, as some of these discrete supercells fire along a dry line out of ahead of our initial squall line / QLCS.
Okay, thank you
Just
for that.
want to say, I just want to say there is a I'm hearing that there's a 90-80 for Mayfield. So yeah, and I don't know if that was mentioned, but there's over 4.2 million people in that PDS tornado watch. So obviously that is a lot of people that are at risk of being hit by a tornado.
Yeah, so that's absolutely something to look out for. If you're in any of these areas, please watch out for that. We want everyone here to stay safe, you know. Mass, you can go ahead.
Okay, so as I was explaining earlier about the well, actually, I'll move on from that, but just keep in mind about the, as I said in chat, please keep in mind there is a PDS tornado watch that has been issued. I would say to be careful out there because there can be possibilities of dangerous weather occurring within this time. We can see that we have a continued severe thunderstorm warning, and we have an updated severe thunderstorm warning. Both are which are around in the range of 70 to 60 miles per hour. Hail is around 1 inch for one of them, and the other one is less than 1 inch. But still, you might want to be careful out there. I will now be passing this on to Ace or Remaining.
Okay, I will take it from here, and we can go through another cycle in a little bit. Okay, so that being said here, I would like to go back to our camera here by Nick Smago. I think I said it right this time. And he's come out of the darkness a little bit here, so we can kind of see a little bit. That's why I brought it back up here. He is off to the east of that tornado warning storm. I believe is that tornado warnings. Yeah. Wait, is this new right here?
Ace, I'm gonna need to interrupt you real quick.
That is not new. Okay, my thing is just. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so new update. We have a new we have a new tornado watch, which is also a PDS, that has been issued from Patica. I would say that if you are in the areas surrounding or the areas in that tornado watch, please be careful. Ace,
So
you can
yes,
go ahead.
I have an image of it right now. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I had an image for a second, but I didn't. But there is a new, new PDS tornado watch, and yeah, so definitely want to be on the lookout for that as well. So as I was saying before that, here on the camera here, we can see that we have come out of the darkness a little bit here, and they are off to the east of this warning here, and they are coming, and they have the storm on their off to the left on their camera. So that's where we're going to be looking here for any development here. You can definitely see there's a lot of lightning, but we will go back to the radar. I just wanted to bring that up to make sure we had that clear. Here, we still have 3 tornado warnings here. I don't know what I was covering at this exact moment, but we still have 3 tornado warnings here. And we are currently looking at this one right here that was updated. That's what I was going to mention. And it was a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located 10 miles southeast of St. Robert, or 10 miles east of Fort Leonard Wood, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour, including Newburgh, Rolla, Northwheat, Doolittle, and Fort Leonard Wood. And this includes Interstate 44 between mile markers 176 and 191. So if you're in any of those areas, that is the continuation of that tornado warning, and we would like you to be prepared for that. Now, if you compare this to the outlook for today, you can see that we are currently having these warnings coming into our moderate risk area now. So this is the area that is going to be favorable for these storms. Now, I don't want us to get too distracted here, but tomorrow is going to be a historic day, most likely. Down here in this, we actually do have a new severe thunderstorm warning down in the south here with 1 cell. We will go to that in a moment. We have a high risk, the highest you could possibly go on the scale, including areas that are very populated. Birmingham, Tuscaloosa. Those are 2 very big ones. Hattiesburg is in there somewhere, I believe. Talladega, Springvale, Jacksonville. And near College Station here, we do actually have. Where are the radars at? Oh, it's because I'm on the Outlook page. We do actually have 1 severe thunderstorm warning here for one of these cells here, which is a pretty well-developed cell here, actually, now that we look at it here. I know we've been focusing mainly on this, but this will have 60-mile-per-hour wind and 1-inch hail. That we near Herney at 7:50 p.m., Franklin at 8:05 p.m., and Camp Creek Lake around 8:20 p.m. Remember, this is in Central Time. This tornado warning expires right now. This one, right? And this is the continuation of it. And this is now downgraded to radar indicated rotation. This tornado warning is the one that we were just looking at. This tornado warning, I believe, is also radar indicated. Yeah, it's also radar indicated here. And we are starting to get some good visuals here from Nick Smago. So I'll put them up in the background here as we go along here. But I will bring up remaining to keep us going.
Okay, so after that whole PDS Tornado Watch situation, which again, keep an eye on that. We are seeing still significant amounts of severe thunderstorm warnings being issued. I still think that there's a lot of warnings up north. Yeah, there is. Thankfully, the northern side of this storm, up in Iowa and northern parts of Illinois, and eventually Minnesota and Wisconsin, is not going to be as tornadic as other places. So basically, just put it this way: the more south you go, the more concerned you should be for tornadic activity. So let's say you're in like Iowa, Wisconsin, or Minneapolis, you're not really concerned about the tornado risk. You want to be more concerned about wind and hail. And then if you go down south, the areas like Mississippi or Arkansas or Tennessee or perhaps even Missouri, then you want to be more concerned about really all threats, but especially tornadoes. And as we see here, a couple tornado warnings. We have that one just west of St. Louis, that's in Martinsburg and Wellsville, and then we have that other one down in Rolla and Edgar Springs. And then again, I did just want to read off this mesoscale discussion that was also recently issued. It's actually for Eastern Texas and the Texarkana region. They're saying they might issue a severe thunderstorm watch there, about a 60% chance. This is saying that some thunderstorms are developing along the dry line across eastern Texas and may pose a severe risk throughout the next several hours, and storm coverage and intensity are uncertain based on recent convective trends, but conditions will still be looked over by the SPC for potential watch
I do
issue.
want to mention here there are some storms coming in here, starting to come into Arkansas here. 2 new warnings were issued, including Jasper, Western Grove, these areas, and these are for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail for both of them, I believe. And they are both in the 5% tornado risk. They're entering the 10% risk very, very soon. In fact, one of them is just a smidge in the 10% SIG tornado risk. So yeah, like you were saying here, we want to be watching out for that here. And this also sells off the north, which is what we were talking about, and even down into this one cell here in Texas that is loading. Still pretty strong here. And actually could hook there, honestly. If it gets enough energy there, it could. In fact, it actually might try to. Sorry, you can continue.
You're good.
That.
So that tornado warning, I'm gonna go look at which one that was really quickly. This I do believe this is the one that was west of St. Louis, that northern one of the two. I do believe that did just go radar indicated. It did just update, and it did just go radar indicated, and
yeah.
And while that was happening, they actually issued another mesoscale discussion. This one's for Tornado Watch 32. I forget which one that is. I do believe that's our one that is in Oklahoma. I'll double check for you guys. That's our one for Missouri and Illinois. So that one is explaining that the severe threat is going to continue. Hazardous weather potential, including strong damaging winds, large hail, and a few possibly strong tornadoes, will still continue. And the latest radar loop is showing a gradual change in storm character, where substantially more robust supercells have evolved, as well as development has also increasing southward and northern Arkansas as well. I do believe that might have warranted some of those watches and warnings down there. And this is just showing that tornado watch will remain in effect. The threats are still going to remain until likely the storms have passed out of the area.
Okay, thank you for that. We will now pass it over to Theo.
Yeah, so as mentioned a bit earlier, from remaining there is around in the Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana area a new scale discussion that talks about thunderstorms that can develop. So we're talking about 6% risk for a watch. And for a peak intensity for tornadoes, we're talking about tornado winds that can reach up to 85 to 150 miles per hour, which isn't too major, but still tornado. Then when we go to wind, we're talking about 55 miles per hour to 70 miles per hour, and 1 to 175 inches for hail. So obviously that's really practically at the border of each storm. So we're gonna obviously continue watching that situation over in Texas. The peak should be starting very soon, and we're also 10 minutes away from the next SPC update.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. Before we continue, yeah, in 10 minutes here, we're going to be watching very closely for the SBC. I'll look to come out here and 1 second.
And
Sorry.
also for tornado watch trade 2, where the peak intensity is 140 to 170 miles per hour for
Yep.
tornado, 75 to 90 miles per hour for winds, and 2 to 350 inches for hail. So that for tornado watch 2.
Okay. So, continuing on, sorry, just checking the Discord real quick. Again, if anyone wants to join, let me know. But yeah, we're going to be looking at the SBC outlook coming out in just about 10 minutes here. We'll see if they go with the high risk here. It is seeming like things are ramping up, so there definitely is a chance here. We're going to see what they're going to do with it here. I'm keeping my eyes on that storm chaser there to see if they got anything going on here. But the current forecaster for day 1 is Lions. So we will see what the deal is there. Meta, you can go ahead.
I have not really been paying attention too much, but at the end of the stream, I can do a quick debrief on tomorrow if you want.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the best time for that. These are both radar indicated right now, right? There's just not. Okay, yeah. While these are both radar indicated, how about you do it right now? That way, we don't have to worry about if something big starts happening.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let me get this pulled up. 18 Zulu. Okay, so tomorrow.
And I put the outlook
morning.
on the screen.
Okay, thanks. I can use that for reference. Okay, so tomorrow we're looking at some morning convection. Basically, about tonight, it's going to be a supercell threat, couple tornadoes possible. Pretty quickly, that convection is expected to clear to the north and make way for a wide open, untouched warm sector with the capability of strong, intense to even violent tornadoes. That could include EF4 or higher tomorrow, so very, very high end risk day. Discrete supercell outbreak is expected with numerous tornadoes. We could see a very, very high end outbreak, and it's really looking like a huge day tomorrow. It definitely would not fully surprise me if the SPC pulled a 45% hatch risk for tornadoes. Given the latest trends, it just unbelievably high end. I don't think I've ever forecasted an event this significant. So yeah, I mean, just listen to watches and warnings is all I can tell you. And if you don't do that, then I mean, the rest is on you. Stay safe tomorrow.
Okay, thank you for that, Meta. Mass, we can go to you.
Okay. All right. So, a lot of new. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning, and its damage threat is destructive. That does not seem very good.
Yeah, destructive
winds
is like 80 mile an hour wind.
Yeah, 80 mile per hour winds.
I will see.
Yeah, so we have winds up to now
found it. Yep.
This is going to be this storm is starting to fire up really fast, as we can see here. We can see there's a lot of more significant warnings. Like we have now that the damage threat on one of the warnings is destructive, there could be more likely of a lot of winds. So it is best to be aware of that.
Okay, thank you for that, Mass. We're going to be watching our SPC site very carefully here, as it is. I just got a word here from Unknown that one of these rotations is tightening. I want to take a look real quick. I don't know which one it is, so I'm going to click both. But one of these rotations is becoming more defined. I'm assuming it has to be this one. Yeah, it's this one. Where's the radar at?
I'm sorry to interrupt you really quick. We just had our first severe thunderstorm warning that had a destructive tag on it. So we have an SVR destructive on there. So
yes, and that was for the 80 mile per hour winds.
Yes, that is observed. Hancock and Henderson, Illinois, and Des Moines, Henry, Iowa, Johnson, Lee, Louisa, Washington, Iowa counties, as well as Clark County in Missouri until 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Central. So that is something to take note of. This is practically as bad as a tornado warning. Very, very intense winds going through there.
Yes. And one thing I really like that you said that is I know some people think it's just a severe thunderstorm warning, but you should probably be treating a destructive severe thunderstorm warning as a tornado warning. Go to the lowest level of your home as 80-mile-per-hour winds are Category 1 hurricane force winds. Okay, so yeah, that's that.
I am
Sorry.
hearing in the chat WXGC that Rolla, I don't know what the hell. The Rolla storm is now confirmed by law enforcement, so we have a tornado on the ground over there. So you're gonna
Yes, and
seek
that was
shelter
the one we were.
as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yes. That was the one that we were looking on right here. Yeah, it's hard to see because of the radar. It's in between radars, but it's going to be right here near Interstate 44.
Yeah, and as you can see, it is headed for a very crowded area, so that's not looking good. If you're on roller, you're gonna go take shelter like right now because this is headed right for the city. You're looking at Storcha that's headed right downtown. Don't go to shelter now. And I mean, so
You just want to mention
Japanese.
power is out in Rolla. Power is out.
Yes, and I am
Okay.
also being and Jared, who's helping us backstage, saying that they should issue a PDS. So we're gonna tell this on full, but that's headed right for downtown. So if you're in Rolla, go seek shelter immediately. You're not safe.
Theo, I'm gonna need to interrupt you real quick. That's
Oh,
fine.
it's okay. It's okay. I was done.
Okay. So a new tornado warning has just been issued. This tornado warning is radar indicated. Winds are up to at least 70 miles per hour. And it will be expiring at
In 17 minutes.
This week's yes, no, not this one will be expiring in 17 minutes. Yep, that is correct. But this is moving northeast at around 70 miles per hour. And a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Winds up to 70 miles per hour, and damage threat is considerable.
Ace, you might want to pull up the N8 Snyder stream. The tornado is like right in front of the camera, so you might want to get an angle.
Can you
so
send
we
me
can-
a link?
I don't
Can you
know.
send-
Someone just said N8 Snyder stream is super close to the tornado,
Okay,
like
give me one
in
sec.
front of it. So, well, the speed is moving. It's probably already been knocked. Yeah. Okay. I'm being told that the warning is now observed.
Yeah, I would assume that would have
So
to be
this
the
guy-
case here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So a confirmed tornado was located over Rolla, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. The hazard is a confirmed tornado, damaging tornado and intense size hail. Rolla fire confirmed the tornado in Rolla as of 7:56 p.m. Central, 8:56 p.m. Eastern. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest level of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outside in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. In addition, this storm also has 2.5-inch hail, which should also be worried about.
Rolla and Northwide, those two cities have a population of 30,000 people. So this is very dangerous. That's a lot of people that are in danger as we speak.
Yes. And actually, can we turn on has cams? We can turn on has cams directly on this thing, which is really helpful. So that's great.
Yeah,
We do
yeah,
have
yeah,
a,
but there's no cams. Oh, we have a new tornado, it seems.
we have.
I could contact the storm chasing us like.
No, wait.
I can.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, we do have someone on the spotter network here.
Yeah.
Here's their details
Can
real
you just
quick.
give me the username? I'm gonna go ask him. Can you show the username, please?
Yes.
Okay,
This is
I'm
one of the
gonna go.
spotters we
I
have
gotta
in
go.
this area. We'll try to get in
Yeah,
contact with this person.
Yeah, I'm contacting him via Twitter as we speak.
Okay, great. All right, so we are about to get the SPC update here. I do not believe it's happened yet, which it has not, I don't think. Someone just interrupt me if it comes in as I'm talking. But any second now, we could be awaiting the SPC update is pending.
Okay, I just tagged him in a post. I'm gonna keep you guys updated.
Okay, we're gonna try to get in contact with this
And
person
it's
here.
your new reading just came in and visibly has moved out. So
Yes. And the warning extended to it
it's
that
good.
Mass was talking about is also confirmed, as it is the same storm. So thank you for that, Theo. We'll get back to you in one moment here. I do want to go through at least one more full cycle here, and then we'll go to the SPC updates. So, but if it does happen, someone can just interrupt whoever's speaking. But we'll start out with remaining.
New tornado watch for parts of Illinois, Indiana. It is not in PBS.
Yeah, I was just about to say that is in my relative area, so I have to go deal with that for a second so someone can take over for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. No.
No worries, man.
Go. Be careful. Stay safe.
You guys stay safe out there. Okay.
Remaining, I'll just mute your mic. You do what you got to do, man. You come back whenever you're safe.
I have the IEM bot SPC page pulled up, so when it drops, so we'll have it by the second.
Okay. I'm
Yep,
gonna pull that up.
IEM's open here too.
I want to nerd it out when this thing comes up. So yeah, we want to do the storm prediction center. Yeah. Okay. Enable. Okay. Enable audio alerts is on. So yeah, I
New
guess.
severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued.
So we're just waiting on that SPC outlook. It'll be coming very shortly here. So while we wait here, we're continuing to watch this confirmed tornado warning here. Theo will be giving us any updates when they come in. Theo, I'm going to just mute your mic real quick because it's a little bit loud. And then Mass, I'm going to mute your mic for a second too because it's also a little bit loud. But if you have any updates, obviously feel free to let me know. This Nico Smego guy is not in the best positioning right now. I think they're refocusing here. We do have a new trending camera here in Grending, Mississippi, which is going to be hit by these storms soon here. So I might as well just show this here as we wait for the SPC update. I'm going to stop sharing. For anyone who's watched the entire thing, thank you so much. It means a lot. We gained a lot of new exposure during this stream. Really proud of how the stream has performed. So yeah, this is it. Go ahead.
We're hearing that it is possibly the first long track violent tornado of the year for Aurora. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, this area is yet to be hit by the storms, but we'll be getting hit by the storm soon. So we'll take a look here. You can see off in the distance, it does look like there's a little bit of clouds, I believe, but I cannot confirm what that is.
Ace.
Why?
The New Day one is out, by the way.
Yes.
And just to let you know,
Instead of
there is a news. Just to let you know, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. It is another destructive damage threat. Winds are up to 80 miles per hour. As we all said, treat this like a tornado warning.
Oh, okay. Here it is. Day one outlook is in. I repeat,
It's
day
moderate.
one outlook is in. It is a moderate risk. It
Moderate.
is not upgraded, but
Yeah, I would be
cannot
pretty
confirm
mad
what
if they upgraded that. That this definitely did not warrant an upgrade. This is a pretty solid 15% hatch risk.
I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so the new SPC is locked in, and at that exact moment, let's go back to that destructive severe thunderstorm warning. We can get back to the SPC in 1 moment. But a
That
new
means that
destructive.
starting next update, we will be officially in the high risk.
Yes. Currently, it'll be a
And
moderate risk, but it will soon become a high risk in a few hours.
yeah, it also seems
And
to be
we have our
bigger moderate.
SPC outlook locked in. The shape of it is pretty much the same. The wind risk, was it at 45% before, or did they up that to 45%? They
It's
did not
been
up
like
Also, I
that.
do not think, from the storm chaser that is enrolled, I do not think we're gonna have a reply from him. He has not posted on Twitter since like February, so I'd be surprised if he's still checking Twitter. Okay, back to the purple lights.
Anyway, so yeah, that is our destructive thunderstorm warning. I'm just gonna mute mics real quick. There we go. Okay. So, anyways, guys, we have about 5 minutes left for our stream today. Before we go, I'll let everyone have like a whole minute to kind of discuss anything important here. Coverage will continue in the DWC server and its corresponding partner servers throughout the night, I believe, and that does not mean we want to.
I want to say, but right after the DWC stream, WNSC will be taking over and will be streaming all night long during this event.
Okay, that is fine. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Okay, thank you, Jardo, keeping us up and running here on X throughout this entire stream. Really appreciate it, man. So yeah, I'm gonna let everyone go at least one more time before we go here. We're gonna try to keep it at 1 minute each. And I will thank each of you before you say anything. So first, I want to thank Remaining. Remaining will come up in a second, giving good analysis on these events, what's coming next, what all these watches and discussions mean for those who don't know. So Remaining, you can come up for your closing remarks.
All right, so yeah, pretty much everything that you should expect for the rest of the nights. Possibly a few other tornado watches might be issued. This event is way far from over. Probably many tens tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings are to come. This event is hours from end. We're talking about maybe 6 or 7, possibly even up to 10 hours left. And just wanted to say it's been a good stream. Stay weather aware tonight, and expect us to be back here tomorrow for the high risk.
Okay, thank you for those remarks here. And I do want to mention real quick before we continue on to Theo that Cedar Rapids is in a severe thunderstorm warning right now. And that severe thunderstorm warning does have 70-mile-per-hour winds and 3/4 of 1 inch hail, 3/4 of an inch. That new tornado warning we just covered a second ago does exist as well. And Remaining has taken his leave. So thank you, Remaining, for everything you did during the stream today. Theo, you can go ahead. Thank you for what you've been doing as well.
So obviously we're gonna be staying on. We're gonna be staying on here all night. We're gonna go switch over to WNSC. What we can expect is that in about 3 hours we will officially be in the high risk meetings. That this is where the real stuff will start to happen. This pretty much was our preview of what we can expect for the next day or two. So obviously we're gonna stay tuned and see what happens with this situation.
Okay, thank you for that, Theo. Meta obviously hasn't talked to the most of everyone, but that is okay. Has been providing more scientific, I guess you could say, reasoning as to this stuff and explaining in more critical terms. You can go ahead, man.
Okay, so tomorrow, or for the to end tonight, I expect probably again around a dozen tornadoes, maybe QLCS embedded. But strong tornado threat continues through tonight, and tomorrow seems like a pretty big day. I have more details in my forecast later tonight, and then in tomorrow morning.
Okay, thank you for that, Meta. You can catch the forecast the second it comes out on the DWC server. Link will be in the description. Okay, and Mass obviously hasn't been talking the most of everyone, which is fine, but has been providing good reports and information. You can say any thoughts you would like to say now.
Okay, so this will be my last report of the night. So we have some new severe thunderstorm warnings. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. Damage that is considerable, 70-mile-per-hour winds. No hail, but this is radar indicated. New flood warnings have been just issued. There's hail of around quarter size, so just keep in mind of that as well. A lot of the winds that have been, a lot of the wind warnings that have been issued are mostly, mostly like talking about winds up to at least 70 to 80 miles per hour. So I would say just be careful. Tonight's probably going to be a time where you're going to have to take extreme caution. But yeah, that's all I'm going to have to say. And yeah.
Okay, thank you for that, Mass.
Uh,
And I will kick you as well. So as we conclude this, folks, I just wanted to say thank you here. We went 2 whole hours tonight. It was a great stream. We provided many people with great life-saving information. I would like to especially thank the Jardo for posting on X here. I got the stats in. Thank you for the people on the Discord who are getting from this food. Easily by far a great stream. Many views here. What do we get here? We got 5 viewers most, which is not too bad. It's fine. We can have a few viewers at once, and 8 likes. Great stream. Very happy with how it performed. I hope we saved a lot of lives tonight. I thank everyone on the stream team. I thank Mass, Meta, Jardo working behind the scenes, Theo remaining. Everyone on the DWC Storm Force made this a great stream, and I am beyond happy with how this performs. Please stay safe tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow doing the same thing we did today. Stay safe today. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next stream.